So a lot's going on this week and I'm very excited. My printer should be arriving pretty soon. I have a really interesting kind of tool. I wouldn't call it even a bell sleeve. I have to think of the name. It's almost like a long column, black tulle dress with tulle on the bottom and then my art in the center part. And I'm wanting to do matching tights or socks, ankle socks or knee socks, I'm not sure, with this kind of summer tunic dress in the motif of Queen Anne's lace, which I just always love. I'm going to talk about Kitty Cat Church, which is a whole big thing, and it's probably going to take a few videos. But after the pin bag, the first sample of the pin bag in Troy that I talked about, the sort of Victorian city that I fell in love with, we fell out of love and we wanted to move to the countryside. And this was at the beginning of the recession, which was just, it was just horrible for a small business. And I said, we're going to do like a cash thing. We're not going to deal with banks. And I really want a church. And I'm a big believer in manifestation. So I meditate and I think and I dream and I write in my journal. And I find this Gothic church with a parsonage, no picture, out in the countryside in upstate New York. We didn't ever even hear of this place. We had never been this far up. We saw the church. At first we thought it was just too far away from what we were used to. And then given the price, which was the price of what we would make at a typical art show, and zoned for agriculture so we could have chickens, we bought the church in '09. And Rod spent about 15 years restoring it. And I think I do regret selling it now that I'm starved for space and studio space, but that's a whole other thing. So I'm going to show some before pictures and videos when we got the church, and then the final reveal when the church was finished. Rod is tonight right now looking for the pin, some of the pin handles, and we were doing the thing that we always do, which is out at lunch on a napkin, drawing our sketches back and forth. So this is our first impression of the church. It came with the matching parsonage, and I already knew I wanted it. It had been built in 1829, and a lot of water damage and pigeons got in because the towers were open to the weather. But look at the windows. I thought this is going to be the ultimate studio, and I can make it a store. I can do something with the parsonage, so it's a perfect background for my creativity. Here it is in the original, probably a very early photograph. I mean, in the history of photography, it had to be a big thing. Here's another historic picture that we found. The historian gave me. It had a steeple. Here it is in the 70s when they put glitter wallpaper and shag kind of carpet. And I kept the glitter wallpaper because I couldn't say no to that. And we had to rip up carpet, plywood, and then Rod sanded the entire floor. It had the original bell, a Meanly bell made in Troy, New York, same maker as the Liberty Bell. And here I am working on ripping up the bathroom. So the before and after on this church was remarkable, and the pin bag came during this time. So it was a massive undertaking. We worked day and night. We had no electricity, no water, no bathroom, no heat, and it was during February. We didn't want the business to be interrupted, so we worked as hard as we could to get it moving ready. And I have to say, the final result was absolutely stunning. It was the home and studio of my dreams. So I will have lots more photos and videos of Kitty Cat Church. And tonight, Rod did find some pins. So we're sketching along, working on that, and stay tuned. We have dresses, new tights, models needed, sample sale, Kitty Cat Church history, which morphs into Blueberry Cottage history, fashion and art all along the way.